Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now for the past 5 years, I have had this Punisher bead on a number of my backpacking hikes and trips. This for me has literally been on my bag and logged hundreds and hundreds of miles. So this Punisher bead we took a look at in the past. This is made from the amazing artist Jonathan Jekic. Now, Jonathan started as simply one of my viewers and subscribers, and well, at this point, I think I've turned into more of a fan of his work than he is of mine. But in all seriousness, Jonathan's absolutely fantastic. Just makes some amazing work. And over the course of time, well, I've gone to him time and time again for a number of projects and different things that, well, he just makes some amazing work. So if you're interested in what you see today, do me a favor, check out Jonathan Jekic on Instagram. He has just a beautiful body of work, some really nice photos, and he's a really great guy. So in today's video, we're gonna look at some of these in detail. My most recent one, the Michelangelo Bead, which I think is pretty cool. And so, well, with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. So yes, the work of Jonathan Jekic, who lives in Germany. He is just absolutely fantastic, does a great job with carving. Now, each of these little carvings made out of boxwood, and in the case of this spoon here, this is pear wood. And if you look at Jonathan's work, he does use a number of different woods for a number of different reasons. So depending on what he's carving, he will use different woods to his advantage. But these beads here in boxwood, very, very durable. Now, some of Jonathan's work you've seen in the past, some of this you haven't, so I'm going to go through these in detail so you can take a look at what he's been up to. Now, down here, this is not all the work I've had made from Jonathan. However, these are the pieces that we're going to look at today. And I do want to revisit my Punisher bead for just a minute here. Now, keeping in mind, like I said, this has at this point gone hundreds and hundreds of miles on my backpack. You can see here just getting an incredible patina, looking absolutely amazing at this point. Just a little bit battle worn, battle tested, couple little nicks here and there, but all in all, just looking absolutely fantastic. And the boxwood, again, being hard enough just to survive some punishment. So being the Punisher, well, yeah, he's taken a little bit of abuse, sitting on the back of my bag, getting dragged around the mountains, and literally logging hundreds of miles. Now, I think this will probably always be my favorite just because it does have a lot of sort of sentimental value at this point. I mean, literally, it's been through hell and back with me on some really brutal trails. So having a little mojo with me while on the trails has always been a treat. Now, this bead does not get quite the same attention as the other ones. I do like it, and I like it a lot. It just, I think in terms of the character, which this is Master Chief from the video game Halo, is maybe just not my favorite character. So it's nothing against the carving. It's just compared to these other characters, I just gravitate to this character the least. Now, this has logged a number of trails, number of miles, gone on a number of trips, and this is patinaing as well. Is that even a word, patinaing? Well, anyway, this was, I would say, a little bit more rich in terms of the original color, but has some areas where it's just worn a little bit and faded. And you know what? I like that. I like the fact that even though the color is extremely durable, it's just worn in nicely. This has mileage. This has gone to some tough areas. It's been in adverse conditions. I like it when my gear gets good hard use patina. So similar to the Punisher, I mean, Master Chief has also put a number of trips, a number of miles, and some good just hours and some interesting locations, on the back of my backpack. So both of these absolutely fantastic. Master Chief, very nicely done. But the reason why Master Chief never quite got the time on the back of my pack is because, well, Jason took over. Look at this bead. This bead is just sick. I love it. Badass, evil. Just having this on the back of my pack, like making sure bears aren't sneaking up on me, you know, and if there was, well, Jason's going to take care of business. But no, in all reality, I mean, I do tend to like, and I don't mean like evil, but I do like sort of like that badass, just dark looking character. I mean, having Jason, absolutely awesome. Very well done from Jonathan. Nice detail. Now, the back pretty straightforward, but again, just looking at sort of the creativity, tucking the ears underneath the strap, around the top of the head, nicely onto that sort of face mask, and the detail on the face mask just beat up, looking good. And again, this patina is absolutely fantastic, just weathering extremely well. And you can see at this point a little bit of a difference between the color in the mask and on the back of the head. Just really, really cool. So my Jason bead is definitely a favorite of mine and should be a fan favorite as well. This Jason bead, absolutely fantastic. But this year's bead, so not that I've gotten one every year. I've probably bought something off of Jonathan every year, but this was the bead that I set out this year and said, you know what? We're going to mix it up a little bit. Let's go with Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles. You can see the evolution in Jonathan's work. So again, I mean, and the Punisher is amazing. This is about 5 years old at this point. Master Chief is, I would say, about 4 years old at this point. Jason is maybe a little bit closer to 3 years old. I don't think I got a bead last year, and I kind of wish I did. But this, again, just the most recent work. And you can see Jonathan's just constantly improving. Look at the amount of detail in this little bead. Like the way the eyebrows come together and the shading and just how nicely done. The detail in the mask and how incredibly well done. Just shaded perfectly. The teeth, spectacular. I mean, this is so well done to the point where on the back, just the bandana popping off, a little bit 3D. Really, really cool. The color, perfect. The execution, flawless. And having this with me on my trips, I just love it. So Jonathan's work, absolutely spectacular. But what if the beads aren't really for you? Well, there are definitely other options as well. Like, for example, his spoons. Now, this was a little bonus. He sent this to me as a gift, so thank you, Jonathan. I greatly appreciate it. I have used this out in the field. It is very nice. It does a wonderful job. It's a nice, large spoon, which I like, but at the same time, surprisingly light. Now, again, this is in pear wood. I am pretty careful with these. I don't think you would really run the risk of easily breaking this, but it could certainly happen. You know, you do end up with some thin spots, and of course it's made out of wood. So I am fairly careful with it, but just so nicely done. I mean, this here is such a nice level of talent. I mean, very refined, clean lines, nicely finished. Everything from the little details in the handle, and some of his work is extremely exquisite. I mean, beyond detailed, absolutely fantastic. This one here is a little more simple, but at the same time, just simple and elegant. So very, very nicely done. And all in all, I mean, again, this is just the start for me of a larger collection. I mean, I am definitely going to continue to grow and, build upon this collection with all these wonderful beads. And I do have ideas in mind for what I think might be my next potential option. And so, all right, guys, there you have it. The work of Jonathan Jekic, absolutely fantastic. Jonathan, great work as always. I have been greatly enjoying your products. I think you do a fantastic job. You do a great job on your social media, and I really, really enjoy your work. So I will be back for more. Growing a little collection here, a little family of characters, and I have some ideas about where I might go next. So, all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.